President Buhari has requested that the Senate approve a payment of $566.8 million and 226 billion naira to settle a judgment debt owed by the federal government. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, President Muhammadu Buhari has requested that the Senate approve the payment of $566.8 million and 226 billion naira to settle a judgment debt owed by the federal government. The debt will be paid through promissory notes. This request was read at the Senate plenary by Ahmad Lawan. The government has faced 648 cases and has secured convictions of 397 terrorism cases and 7,000 crime and anti-corruption cases in 8 years. The convictions were obtained from the 3,000 terrorism profile charges, of which 1,500 were filed. At number 2, the Central Bank of Nigeria Monetary Policy Committee has increased the monetary policy interest rate to 18.5% unanimously. This comes after a previous increase in March to 18%. The CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele announced the decision and stated that the committee voted to keep the asymmetric corridor at plus 100 and minus 700 basis points around the MPR. The MPC attributed the rising inflation rate to high energy costs and supply chain challenges beyond the control of the CBN. At number 3, a Sabo Yaba Chief Magistrate Court in Lagos State denied police request to bring formal charges against Afrobeat singer Seun Kuti. Kuti had been in custody for 6 days on the court's orders over allegations of assault on a police officer. The court ruled that they needed advice from the DPP before proceeding with the case and adjourned it until July 3rd. Kuti was released from custody on Tuesday night. At number 4, the 63 opposition members of the 10th House of Representatives have supported the ruling All Progressive Congress Party's candidates Tajuddin Abbas and Benjamin Kalu for Speaker and Deputy Speaker. The announcement was made by Ikenga Ugochinyere, the spokesman for the coalition of coalition parties, who urged other candidates to rely on opposition votes to compete against Abbas Kalu. Ugochinyere called for unity to break records in the 10th Congress performance and achievements. At number 5, health workers held a protest in the Federal Capital Territory and warned that they will go on an indefinite strike from midnight if the federal government does not meet their request. The Joint Health Workers Union demanded the payment of hazard allowance and adjustments in the consolidated health salary structure and an end to discrimination in the health industry, among others. At number 6, the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has dissolved his cabinet before his second term begins on May 29, 2023. The announcement was made by the head of service, Hakeem Muri Okunola, in a circular. However, political appointees with tenure-based appointments and members of statutory commissions and governing councils whose tenures have not ended will not be affected unless they are informed otherwise. At number 7, President Buhari swore in 7 federal commissioners of the Revenue, Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission at the State House in Abuja. The newly appointed commissioners are from different states in Nigeria, and Ayuba Ngako will represent the Federal Capital Territory. Vice President Osibajo presented the report of the Health Reform Committee to the President, which aims to achieve universal health coverage in the country. At number 8, Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak, the governor of Kwara State, has been elected as the new chairperson of the Nigeria Governors Forum, with Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo, as his deputy. This was announced by Aminu Tambuwal, the outgoing acting chairperson of the forum. Abdul Razak was elected through consensus and is a member of the All Progressive Congress, while Makinde is a member of the People's Democratic Party. At number 9, the chairman of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa, has cautioned young Nigerians against the use of illicit drugs. He talked about this at a meeting in Abuja where they talked about how culture affects drug use and how it can harm young people in Nigeria. Mrs. Antonia Mmadubuike stood in for Marwa at a special gathering. Marwa said that he was happy that NICO planned a talk every year. Marwa saw that the event showed how much NICO cares about stopping people from using drugs and the bad things that happen because of it. Finally, at number 10, the Ondo State House of Assembly has passed 63 bills into law in the past 4 years, including controversial ones such as the anti-grazing law and the establishment of the Amotekun Corps. The House has a good relationship with the state executive and judiciary. The bills were debated and argued before passing and include increasing the retirement age for professors and staff, establishing a security agency and trust fund, and regulating livestock rearing and grazing. This was reviewed at the valedictory media party held at the Assembly Complex in Akure. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.